really all we're getting across is that we are all the same body. It's just that we get so caught up in that perception of a division that we create our own cancer.
Yeah, I feel you. And then did both of you come to this conclusion through psychedelic experiences where you experienced ego death and then you're like, oh no. Oh, okay.
I can speak for myself there. It kind of popped up over and over and over again, often with near-death experiences or traumatic events, but I had no way to reconcile it until much later in my life when I did have a psychedelic experience. And then all of a sudden, all of the pieces that have been sitting there that I was unable to put together because I was so involved with what they meant about me just slammed together. And I recognized for the first time, oh, wow, I'm carrying this idea with me. And it's the reason I keep suffering. It's the reason I keep dealing with my past, is because how I perceive it and what it means about me. And it would just all fit together at once, that I was never living for myself. And then after that, it became an active practice of every day questioning everything I thought I was, because I knew it was the source of my conflict. I knew it was my devotion to that idea of myself that was making my life have the same repetitive consequences over and over and over again. So I'd say it was both. It was a mixture of life experiences and trauma and NDEs, and then a psychedelic experience that kind of just kicked it all in the ass and set me on my journey.
Incredible.
Mine, so like the initial recognition, I hadn't ever tried psychedelics or anything in that realm whatsoever. I sort of recognize, I talked about it earlier in this episode, but basically was on a walk in New York. I was listening to actually one of Eckhart Tolle's books, Stillness Speaks, it's called. And he was just talking about how the past doesn't actually exist. Like the past and future don't actually exist, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, something I had made videos about. This is only a year ago. And I've been posting content for over 2 years now. And so it's something that I heard about, something that I talked about all the time, but I was able to see it in a different light and imagine for like a split second that I didn't have a past, that like I literally didn't have a past. It wasn't just this conceptual thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm only ever experiencing right now. It's like, what if you literally had no past and everything just began right now? Like you were just the awareness of reality right now. That's all you are. And it was like the most freeing, liberating thing I ever felt, because I was able to go a little bit farther with that and think for a second, okay, well, if I don't have a past and, Andrew is just, a collection of things that have happened in the past, maybe I'm not Andrew. Maybe I'm just the awareness of, and I settled on sort of the awareness of Andrew for, I don't know, a couple months. And then as Ray and I started interacting more, I was able to sort of let down that, peel back that layer as well, and recognize like, okay, well, if Andrew's just this made up idea, this made up concept that everyone sees in a different way, then if I'm just this awareness, maybe it's not just the awareness of Andrew. If there's no division between Andrew and the environment being all of reality, maybe I'm just the awareness of reality. Maybe I'm just reality experiencing itself. And if everyone and everything else is just reality experiencing itself, then there's no actual division. There's the perception of division, the perception of difference between me and you, me and my environment.